What's up, guys? ESP-Collectibles, welcome back. Today I got a couple knives. Like I was telling you guys, I do something a little different. And I collect butterfly knives, or as some would call them, a balisong. I think it sounds cool to call them a balisong, but nobody knows what you're talking about when you say that. Unless you're talking to people who flip, like me, you know. I like them because they're very zen. They have a lot of methodical properties to them. You know, those like fidget spinners people had a long time. It's kind of like that, only like with high dollar stuff. You know, you get to fidget with really expensive, sharp, dangerous tools. So I think they're cool. But let's get into it. So today I want to review a couple knives that really just got a lot of hate from the balisong community. And I understand why. I really do, but they didn't give the company a break at all. So I'm here to kind of settle the score for Piranha, because I don't think they were justified, or people justified, you know, some things that they did after they got some bad reviews. So today I got the aluminum swinger and the titanium swinger. So let's just pull both these out of the boxes, and this is how they came. They came with a little diagram, a little thing that showed you the swinger. Now this is it shows you the titanium one, but I bought in this box it's the aluminum. They came in a pretty nice pouch. I really like Piranha's pouch. And you know, Piranha, if you guys don't know, they make autos. They're really specialized in automatic knives. I think they have some folding stuff maybe, but their specialty is autos. So the swinger, the aluminum handles, they came with a titanium pocket clip still. And I think they're powder coated because this finished, I mean, it's a little dirty. I flipped this one a lot. I carry it with me and I flip it because of the pocket clip. And it's because it's aluminum, it's light. But look at the blade, is really long. I don't remember what they measured out. This little diagram will tell us. 10.3 inches open, so a pretty big knife. And I like the long handles. They flip really well. I don't really want to flip on the camera, and I don't have it set up for that. But these knives, both the aluminum and the titanium, flip well. Now, as you can see, that one's mirror polished just like the titanium one will be. But again, I used this knife, so it's not in perfect condition. Now, here's where the complaint comes in play. So it's a channel design, meaning the handles are not two pieces of metal sandwiched together. It's one piece that's been milled out. They got a slot milled out for the blade to kind of, you know, come back and encloses itself. So the complaint is that the edge right about here, and actually you can see it on the camera where it's dull, right where my edge of my fingertip. If I turn it, you'll see it's a little dull right there. So what happens is, you know, Piranha, being an automatic knife company, they decided to go out on a limb and make butterfly knives, and they almost made it perfect. But when it comes back in, especially when you're swinging it, the edge right about there wants to touch right about here, and you can see it in the camera where it's been hitting it. Let me blow that out a little bit. So I get it. It dulls the blade a little bit. The first initial design was not that great, but I think this knife was $275. You got the titanium pocket clip. I think this is 154 cm blade material, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not 154 cm, it's at least D2. But I know it's a premium steel for the blade. Matter of fact, I have the work order in here for the titanium. So let's just see. Let's just open up the titanium real quick. I gotta hide that. My address is on it. But give me just a second. Okay, so the work order doesn't say, but it does tell me how much I paid for it, which is pretty cool. So let's get back into it. So same thing, it came with the little diagram. And it came in the exact same sleeve. Now this one I keep in the box. I do not open it hardly ever. I don't flip it, and I don't carry it whatsoever. I've only like gently flipped it to see how it felt. So guys, I just saw it. I paid 400 after tax, 425 for this knife. So here we go. All right, so now remember the complaint that the edge rests inside the handle. Now Piranha, they were listening. It's not like they're just some stupid company that doesn't know what they're talking about or what they're doing. You hear that slot, but look, when it's locked up, it's very tight, very tight. And look at that finish. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love, this is my favorite knife, guys. My favorite butterfly knife, hands down. It's titanium handled, mill design, the long blade with a mirror polish. It's just a beautiful knife. And look at their engraving. I mean, perfect, perfect. And it flips, it feels really well. I don't flip it very hard, but this knife feels really well. And here's where I need to say, hey, the knife community needs to give this knife a second chance, a second look, and they need to give Piranha a fair shake, because Piranha was listening, and look what they did. So on this knife, you can see they added a cutaway inside the channels there for the blade and the spine to rest on. This blade does not make contact with the handles. Piranha was listening. They're not completely ignorant. They realized they kind of goofed up on the first design, but unfortunately that it was too late, because a couple people on the internet already bought the knife and they reviewed it on Blade HQ, which the Balisong community, if they see anything on Blade HQ, that's really what they go off of. And so this knife did not take off like I thought it would as far as collectability, because of a couple bad reviews by people who didn't realize that Piranha would actually go on to fix this design flaw. But so I feel like I scored, because I got both of them, but for $425 you got titanium handled, a mill design, 154 cm, a big knife with a titanium pocket clip. It's just, the price was unbeatable. You couldn't get a knife like this for less than $600. And so let's look at it a little bit more in depth. My only complaint when flipping these knives is this, guys. The little ridges that cut away, that they milled out, the little ridges here, they kind of dig into your hands when you're flipping. So for instance, like when you come back around and this handle's for a trick and this handle closes in, these little ridges kind of cut into your skin. But if you're a edgy kind of person and you like badass stuff like this, the way I see it is, it's just like the name, Piranha. It bites into my finger a little bit when I'm flipping it. It's a dangerous knife, right? I think it actually makes it cooler. There is a little bit of play when it's unlocked, but all butterfly knives do, and they need a little bit. You don't want them too tight. They don't flip that well when they're like that. That's how much it has, which that's not bad, because I think the rule of thumb is if this is further than this, if the top here is further than the bottom there, the top edge should be about the middle of those two, if that makes sense. So yeah, beautiful knife, guys, beautiful knife. Let's look at the aluminum one more time. And yes, the titanium, what's it say on here? It's about 1.5 ounces more, the titanium one is. But they both flip really well. I love the aluminum flipper. It's balanced well. The titanium one, probably a little heavy. Again, I don't flip it, so I don't know, but I would get used to that. But anyways, two really good knives, guys. I would give them a second look if you're a collector. If you can get a good deal on this, don't hesitate. Let me zoom in a little bit more, get a good picture of it. This should be in everybody's collection. Piranha is a really well-known brand, and I don't see why this shouldn't be in everybody's collection. So All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Gosh, I'm just enamored by it, just looking at it. So anyways, thanks for watching. I got a few packs I'm gonna pick up today. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video later or not, but anyways, peace.